know, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my...
This week's episode is we're proud to announce our first ever sponsor, Rainbow Competitions. Two good lads offering great prizes. Great prizes as well. Check them out, rainbowcompetitions.com. They have some class prizes. They have a stay in Ross Harbour. They have a robot vacuum. They have Ninja products, and they have 2 premium Man United versus Wolves tickets as well. So basically, it's a comedy show if you're a United fan, if you want to win that. So rainbowcompetitions.com, check them out. And now, welcome to this week's episode of Tell You What Podcast. We're like 2 Cheshire cats here, smiling away. It's me, Talal Zumar. I'm joined by my co-host, Sean Michael Levy. Sean, tell them what's coming up on this.
This is it's the greatest week in both of our existences, really. And I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to do the thing where I'm going to ask you about your week, Talal, and I'm very interested to know, but fuck, I can't wait to tell people what's happening in my week this week. Coming up, we have what me and Tal's been up this week. We'll get into that, and then our sports topics this week. Very excited. Arsenal, stay humble, eh? We've got the Man City 5-1 victory, fresh, hot off the press here. Arsenal Fan TV won't even have a video out yet, and we're already covering it. Transfer deadline day, we're going to talk about that's coming up tomorrow. Is anyone going to make any signings? The Six Nations was back, and where UFC was on once again with Israel Adesanya being the main talking point there. But before we do any of that, before we get into all that stuff, I genuinely do want to know, Tal, how has your week been? What have you been up to?
Week has been great, Sean. I'm not going to lie, it's been a good week. I got the haircut, got the beard trimmed all down. The what's the word I'm looking for here? The so far so good on the weight loss thing. Another couple of pound down. All doing well. I was back in the mecca of comedy, Lavery's Comedy Club. Such a even if I've done it a few times now, still feels a special, still class to gig in Lavery's. 2 cracking gigs. I had my first real heckler. First time I've ever been properly heckled. I will say this. When it first happened, I reacted quite badly, but I'm honest to save myself a wee bit. Not going to get into the details of it, but I managed to recover anyway. Inside, I was fuming, but managed to recover. Had 2 great gigs in Lavery's, class time. So thanks for having me down. And then on Friday, I'll let you describe Friday, Sean, but I had a great time on Friday. I was delighted on Friday night, seeing Chris Kent live in Newry, unbelievable. So, and the support act was even better. Saturday night now, I had a gig, and Sean, this is where it gets. It's one of those ones where, like, if it had happened any other week, it would have been a bad thing. But you know what? It's kind of, it just, because I'm on top of the world at the minute, I just went, you know what? This is class. Like, and you're going to love the story because you actually don't know about this.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was some sort of, now I only found out on Saturday evening it was a corporate gig.
Okay. Big bucks. Right. Nice. Get the V-Bucks out there.
Whatever they paid me, should have got triple. But anyway. Comedy usually starts anywhere from 7:30 to 8:30.
Yep.
That's okay. This gig was to start at 10 o'clock. 10 p.m.
That was the plan time.
That was the starting time, right?
Oh.
So this was a company we're out for some sort of staff day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In the back ass of nowhere, right? I mean, I hadn't a clue where it was. It took me over an hour to get there. I get there. The gig's meant to start at 10. Starts about 10:15. Wireless mic.
Oh no!
Right. So who was on me? Dar Matthews was MCing. Diona was headliner, and Fenton Harvey was another act like me. But Diona had plans, so she had to be on first.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how it works was there was a big, massive crowd at this thing. Turned up at 8 o'clock to eat food.
Yeah.
By 10 p.m. most of them had left because they'd got their free feed. They're away on. The other portion were probably young lads, young girls. Now, no harm to this place. It's not where I'd want to spend my Saturday night if I was 19, 20.
Right.
So you were left with you were left with about 20 to 25 hardcore people, right? And they were there to see Diona. Like that's like people
Right,
around
okay.
there to see Diona. Darren Matthews is MCing. He's doing quite well. Right? He's doing quite well. Diona comes on. She does really well. Diona's class, right? But they've obviously just came to see Diona. Diona walks off. 8 people remain.
Out of the 25?
Out of the 25.
Fuck.
Right?
Oh, no.
And Darren Matthews MC's a bit thinking they might return. Maybe they think they went for a smoke or went for
Yeah.
a drink or something. No. They were like, nah, right, but this is who we came to see. She's over now. Let's just go.
Oh, God.
So I'm gigging to 8 people. And I completely forget where I'm gigging. Haven't a clue.
Mhm.
Up and do my bit, and I ate shit for 12 minutes.
I love it.
12 minutes of eating
I
shit.
love it.
And I've always said, you know my South Africa bit?
Yeah.
I do with an accent.
Yeah.
You don't know what dying is like until you die with an accent.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is just fucking in my head going, this is not going well. But you know what? You just have to get through it. And I did get through it, but like this is what the claps. See when I went. I've been telling Joe, thank you very much. The sound of 8 people clapping, if it's in unison, is okay, but a scattered.
Oh no! And are you in this situation? Is this like the first death of the night? Because like at that point there was 20. Oh no!
So this is something I never do. I usually stay at the end of every gig, and Darren goes on, brings on Fenton. He goes, Darren, I'm going home now. I'm going home.
Good time for an early bath.
And Darren goes, don't blame me. And like one of the 8 who remained had come out to go to the toilet there, and I was in, and I was just going to the toilet before I left, and he was there, and I come up, and he goes, Diona was great, wasn't she? And I goes, he goes, and he said the words to me, you mustn't be at it that long.
Oh no! What a kick in the balls that is.
And I went, yeah. I went, see, to be honest, my first ever gig.
Did you?
Oh, I think, oh.
That's class.
But, also on Saturday, I took my wee cub to Baby Ballers.
Baby Ballers, Project Mbappe underway.
No, it's Project Shelved.
Project Shelved.
He'll have to be Jamie Vardy to be a late bloomer. Like, he's going to be a late bloomer. But it is chaos. 30 children under the. So 30 children, like, so preschool. So not one child is 5 or above. Like, they're all
so they've had no instructions ever from anything.
It was absolute chaos when I say.
Were you scouting any future stars? Were you looking, being like, he can pick it up, this blood?
No, all shit, all shit.
Terrible.
Awful, like. the guillotine in my area. Good luck.
Oh really? Was this Gaelic or soccer? I thought this was soccer.
Gaelic, no. Gaelic, yeah. So
I don't know how I feel about the term ballers being used for Gaelic. I heard the boy that does the BBC commentary, not McConville, he does host the podcast on BBC, but I can't think of his name. But anyway, he did it one time, and he's been running the length of the pitch, and he's also one absolute baller. And I was like, that's not right. That can't be used in this sport. Like,
and
no ballers down your neck of the woods. Then no scout of future star.
No, and then today we went. Today it was like Claire was like, we need to go for a look. I'm gonna have a wee bit of advice, Sean. So we need to go for a look to see what we're going to get the 2 children for their birthdays, because they're coming up bright and soon.
Right.
And that word "look" means, Talal, I'm taking you to the toy shop. And I know you've gigged 3 times this week. You're gonna buy all the pretty presents.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of differently. And I remember like paying for all the stuff, and I was just like, that was a dear fucking look. Let me tell you.
Yeah. At least there's nothing drives me more insane than the luck, and it's genuinely look. You just walk around and look at stuff, and you come back with nothing. You're like, what was the point of that? Like, I got this done in 15 minutes. Like, away there and back. Like, I seen a TikTok today, and it was like something to do with Smiths. I was like, I'd love to go into Smiths for an Ozzy, but I'd feel like an absolute weirdo. Like,
to me, to be fair, it is cool. Like
it is great. It's class.
It's class. Like
I kind of just want to go and see all the toys and see what's about and all, and anything that's new. I don't know. I just a nosy, like, but like you can't walk in there as a fella on your own. Like that's a tough look. Like.
It's creepy. Like
you give dad vibes. Like you're all right. I don't give dad vibes. Like that young man's on gear and lost. I don't know what he's doing in here. Like
yeah. So that's my week. My week's been, as I say, it's been a great week. Everything running smooth. No storms. No nothing. It's been top. Tip top.
I hate to pick you up on things. Yes, you said that's a great week. That's not a great week, Talal. That's a good week because Windy here. That's for a fucking week. Windy here. What's coming?
Oh no, for me, Sean, it's a great week.
Oh, for you, it's a great week. I have had the greatest week of my existence. I'd say this week. Like I don't even know what I did Monday to Thursday. I have no idea. Well, I went Thursday to Lavery's to watch you. And in fairness, I'll say it's dealt with the heckler very, very well. You're getting serious guff, and like I could see, Joe, you know someone well, and you're like. They're fuming, but it did like no one else would be able to tell. But you did at one stage this thing, and it was just a look. It was maybe like the third time this person heckled, and you didn't even say anything. The first time you sort of put them down, second time you give them the good old fuck up. The third time you just give them a stir over to the side, and I was like, that was the most terrifying out of all the things you've done tonight. Like that stir, that stir would make me go to war. Like I was terrified of it. Like
that stir. I couldn't do that stir 4 years ago. Let's be honest. It just comes naturally. Naturally, like it was good fun.
But I thought you did that very well. So I went to Lavery's just to be around the comp. Actually, no, I've messed this up already. Last Monday I was on the PAV, and it was my first gig back. Took all of January off, and Luke McGibbon let me open kind enough of them, and I ate shit. One of the biggest deaths I've ever had, and it was just 15 minutes of absolute silence. Like there was one stage I was actually trying to do a bit of crowd work, and the person like at the side of stage just went, "Just move on." That's how bad it was. I was going, "Oh, this is awful!" Like, and it was all like tried and tested material because I had the big gig with Chris Kent on the Friday. So I was like, "I'll just do tried and tested, no new stuff, no mess about here." And it shit, like it's awful. It was so bad. I was like, "Dashing, I'm getting a pint here afterwards," and she's like, "All right, no bother." And I came home with a pint of ice cream. I didn't even get myself like a pint of Guinness. It was like a pint of ice cream, and she's like, "Fuck, that must have went bad." Like I was like, like this is the only thing that could fix this. Like a pint of Kinder Bueno ice cream, like absolute flop waste bag.
But before you continue, Sean, I'm going to insert a quote here. Mm-hmm. The night's always you have to remember, right? So Monday wasn't a good night for you. The night's always darkest before the dawn, and that
exactly.
And rings through here.
So here we go. Tuesday, irrelevant. Wednesday, irrelevant. Thursday, seeing you. That started off the good vibes. And then Friday, doing support for Chris Kent. And let me tell you something. Canal Court Hotel. I was a wee bit apprehensive because it did seem like they were pushing it quite hard. So I was like, fuck, I wonder if he hasn't sold well. Like 200 people there, packed out room. Great. Thankfully, Soupy didn't have to do the door. He was actually on the guest list. So cleared all that up. Met Chris. Kent was sitting chatting to him before the gig. Went on, did my 20 minutes. And look, see when you do support, right? It's my first time doing support, really. So I was very excited about it. And I walked out, and I knew you two were there. And I just seen you both in the front row. And I was like, for fuck's sake, like the last thing you want to see is the boys that know every word to your set, basically. So I was going, no. So I think I probably looked rude or awkward or something. I couldn't look at you because it was literally empty seat. Used to empty seat. Others at the side. I was like, oh my God, no. So I cracked on with that and got through it. Did a new bit actually that chucked in there, and it went really well. I forgot to set. I had a mirror though. I forgot to set like my timer on my watch, and I thought I did 20 minutes. I think I did a wee bit less than that, but it went really well. Everyone was really up for it. But this is something I can finally relate to, because you've done a good bit opening. Opening is tough work. Like you go on. See, when for people to understand, you're not going on cold. You're going on for a reason. There's no kissing. Like it is straight in.
It's you don't and it's so hard to describe because it's different than you going on and being an MC, Sean, because you've opened a lot of gigs. Like you open Madden's our Belfast Comedy Club every Tuesday. You've hosted lots of things, but it's different because it's your job to get them warmed up. Yeah. But when you just walk on with just a mic, and no disrespect, people don't know you.
Exactly, they're here to. It's different with a comedy club. You go to a comedy club and you're like, "Oh, right, there's going to be a few people on." People probably didn't even know there is a support act. People don't really know the flow of a thing. So whenever just some random young fella walks out, they're going, "The fuck is he?" In fairness, me and Chris did get a photo after the gig together. We could be brothers. It's actually mental. It was insane. I looked at the photo afterwards, going, "I wish I had it to load on the screen here." It is hilarious. We look like he could be like 3, 4, 5 years older than me. It's so funny. And we both wore like the same clothes. I was like, one of us needs a change, but we didn't. But I know to watch, even if I just got in to watch that, Chris Kent said he did an hour and 25 minutes, and you know me, value for money.
Yes,
absolutely unreal. It was such a good experience. So thanks to Chris for helping me down. It was such a nice way to start the weekend there, back in the hometown and gigging with Chris. Like, I loved it.
I will say this: it's like your first time opening was, because I done it for, who was my first time opening for? It was probably Luke McGibbon in Oma, and I know it's, but it was nice because it got me sort of broke into like going on to like a cold room.
Yeah,
and then I've done things from that, but as an opener, you done exactly what you needed to do. Got them laughing. Got the right. Oh, there's comedy here tonight. This is gonna be great. Yeah. I must say it. The outfit, 10 out of 10.
Oh, I'm telling Sophie. I was in the office that morning, and I was like, I'll go home at lunchtime here, work the afternoon, Joe, from home. And on my lunch break, I literally spent the entire time picking this outfit. Ironed it. I had it ironed fucking 8 hours before the gig. Like, I was so ready. I was wearing shoes that I've only wore at Christmas. That's how special this occasion was to me.
And even I thought it was like opening in your own hometown as well, which has been added pressure too. Like, so no, it was great.
Exactly. But Joe was weird as well. It was like the crowd there, it was like I was the youngest person in the room, probably by quite a bit. Like,
yes,
for some reason, like there was a good mix there, but like the majority of people were all like maybe 40 plus. I was like, I don't know how some of my stuff's going to go down here. And I'm not dirty or anything, but you're just like apprehensive, going, I don't know. But thankfully, I didn't really overthink. I just went in, played my game, kept the ball moving, and we got out of there. We got out of there with a 1-0 win at home, which I was very happy about. But the best part of it all, really, right? So doing support and all is fine, but you know me by now if you listen to this podcast. It's all about one thing and one thing only, and that's the no. This is the McAlevey roar. This is the highlight of it. So whenever we're coming back down to do the second half, Chris goes, "If you want, you can use the God mic, or you can go back on stage to bring me on." And I was like, "I'm going on. I'm going up there." Like, and he was like, "Go up there and tell everyone to go follow you on social media and all." I was like, "No, I won't do that." And he goes, "No, you had a good set, so go up and tell them all about to follow you." So went up and was like, "If you enjoyed my set, you can follow me on social media, blah blah blah." But now the main moment, the time we're all waiting for. He's ready for his offline tour. Please welcome Yuri, Chris Kent! And let me tell you something. Way too much energy put into it for what the room was expecting, but I was giving it everything I had to get them up for it. And it's that roar. I just love bringing people on. I want to be. If anyone's listening to this and knows people need announcers, I'll do it for free forever.
Yes,
I love it.
Yeah.
Can I go on there?
Tommy McCarthy, if you're listening, let Sean bring you to the stage.
Yes,
bring you to the ring.
Yes. Do like John Zoo fucking sings for a throne. We kick the announcer out and go, "No, McAlevy's doing it here." That would be unreal. But anyway, let's get into the big news. This is the thing I actually want to talk about most today. The darts that you are now looking at. You are looking at the peak male athlete right here. I was out last night, wee bit hungover, and there was an hour to kill before the Arsenal game today. And I goes, "You know what? I'm jumping TikTok live here. I'm throwing all right. I feel like this first 180 is happening." And I fucking hit my first ever 180. Pure magic. There's a 5-minute clip of me on TikTok live just singing to myself, dancing, staring at the dartboard, like jaw open. Like I was just going like da 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 da.
I seen it, and I was like, let him have his moment.
It was all. And do you know what? Actually, before I hit it, I think it goes, "I'm just feeling a bit hungover today." And the first one flies into the triple 20. I'm like, "It's on." Next one, bang. Next one, and even like they're all in like the same corner. I was just. Do you know what's sad about it? I'll never feel happiness like it ever again. I'll never. Nothing. A wedding day, a fucking birthday or child. I'm sure it's lovely, but I won't compare to the 180. Like such a feeling. Like I was going nuts.
Yeah, it was. I was very proud, Sean, because I was actually watching. When I was rehearsing for a play, so I was trying to half watch your TikTok live stream on the sort of. Then like, what was it? Fucking scene I was in loads of, so I can't believe I missed it. But I went from like, what was it? It had like 5 years or something like that, and the moment it went in, it peaked at like 45 years or something like that, which is decent for TikTok. And everyone's just getting loads of likes, loads of comments. I've been like, holy fuck, it actually happened, because the title of the TikTok live was, "Can I hit my first 180?" And it actually happened. I go, that's it's absolute folklore. But I'm actually looking forward to now. So now that I'm back doing stand-up, and I actually had a good chat about Chris. He was like, "Man,
get back to the clips. Like, he goes, I looked at some of your reels and all, like, get back doing clips and all that there. And I was like, I will. So I've got a mission now that I'm back doing stand-up. I'll still do the darts, don't be worrying, because people love the darts content, but I'm going to be adding more stand-up clips and stuff like that if we get any ones like MC and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my week. And we'll go on to our sports news, will we?
Just before going to sports news, I forgot to mention this. So me and Soupy went for a feed after we had seen Newry. And we're sitting anyway, and next thing, a group of young lads walk in, and they were being knobs. No, just young lads, just being tubes, like, right?
Yeah. I can the Newry knobs. I know exactly what you're talking about, like.
Right. So that's okay. Me and Soupy's talking about something. Next thing, one of the lads comes walking past our table, looks at me and goes, "Where did you get that skin fade? Belfast, right?" And my first reaction was this: what a cheeky, first of all, what a great slag, right?
Yeah.
2, what a cheeky wee bastard, right? And then Soupy kind of looks at him as if to say, yeah. And then he came back about 10 seconds and he goes, just here, love the videos.
Oh, no way.
So me and Soupy do a thing called Utter Scutter. We're just us two in a bar talking shit. And the last video was basically I'd said I went up to Belfast to get my haircut.
That's unreal.
That's what he was referencing, right? But this is where it gets really bad. So me and Soupy are still talking, eating, whatever. He's down now showing his mates the videos.
Oh, no. Well, you just and
I can hear my voice, right? And I went, Soupy, I can't sit here. I have to leave. Like. Mm-hmm. And he was like, nah, sure, sorry. It's really good cracking out with Soupy. Nah, I ain't not listening to this. So cringed out, and I went, nah, Soupy. Food in the bag, in the bin, out the door.
No way.
Like, yeah, I was like, I can't listen to this. It was the cringiest thing. And I'm like, I'm doing stand-up 3 years, and very rarely anybody has stopped me and said, oh, like your wee comedy there. No, it's me talking shite in the mic.
Listen, the way, like, it's like people come up to me and being like, oh, you're the boy that plays the darts. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm doing stand-up and podcasting for 3 years.
But your boy loved it. Like, he was quoting us later to the videos, and I'm going, you need to get a fucking life, lad.
That's
what you do.
Yeah, but exactly. This is why you put videos out. Like, you do things.
That's why you do.
Well, although it's because we've both had it. I think a bit more recently, where like that sort of thing happens, or you have an example of that, and it's so unsettling. It freaks the life out of me. I'm like, what? Like, there were guys out with the boys last night, and we were in the Hatfield, and the guy at the bar literally just goes to me in front of all the boys. A load of boys I haven't seen since school. He just goes, "Don't you worry about paying for your pint there." And it's like, what? And he's just like, love all your videos and all, and they're all mind blown. They just think I'm a fucking tube, like. And I was like, this is. I was like, where was this when I was broke student? Like, where was this when I needed it? Like, and I'd be hoping there's like 10 women behind me going, who the fuck's he? Nah, in front of the boys I went to school with, like. But shout out the Hatfield flag. It was actually super nice when we were watching the rugby in there, so it was great.
You know, it's nice we segue into our sports show.
Exactly, perfect. And we're not even talking about Six Nations first. There's only one thing we can talk about. Stay on belay. Erling Haaland. He did get his goal, but Arsenal, the real winners, 5-1 winners at the Emirates. What a week for the boys.
I'm going to say this, right? So we done well in the Champions League. Nice we win. And so qualified top 8. I actually said, I don't know if I texted you or I said to you in person, I was like, Arsenal's going to break. You messaged me going, Arsenal's going to break our hearts on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely, was like, I think Arsenal's going to drop points today. I just was like, because Liverpool got another fluky enough win yesterday. Their keeper made unbelievable saves. They got a couple of ropey penalties as per usual. And but it's true.
It is, yeah.
Come at me if you want. Go online, look at them. They're horrible. And I went, this is City going to get their revenge from that opening game. Haaland's going to steal the show. Oh, and we take the lead. So Arsenal take the lead, 1-0. Very early doors. And I'm like, don't do it to me. I got a bit excited going, we might actually do this. And then Havertz misses at 1-1. And anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
That's going to come back. And it's going to be Arsenal didn't sign a striker. All this bullshit.
It gave me flashbacks to the Chelsea game the week before when Palmer fucked up scoring it over.
Yeah,
and then I think it's the exact same thing's going to happen here. And City did get their tails up then after that.
Yeah. But what I loved about it, and you don't really see it nowadays, is that Gabriel didn't leave him alone.
He tortured him. He absolutely tortured him.
Like whenever Gary Neville was saying, if Haaland doesn't get sent off here, there's something wrong because he must, like Gabriel must have been in his ear. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and I love, because
I love that. I absolutely love it.
do you want to know something? When City equalised at the Etihad at the start of the year, Haaland bounced the ball off Gabriel's head.
Mhm.
I like that.
I love
You know
that.
what I mean?
I like
It's
the bit of
class,
shithousery. Like, that's great.
Bit of shithousery, yeah. And let me tell you something. Arsenal have the two best youngsters in the Premier League.
That's not even close. But
They
Miles
don't-
Lewis Skelly there was on. But even he's a centre midfielder. Like that's his the position he's played. So he's been like shoehorned into this left back thing.
There's something about a player being a midfielder, then getting played at left back for Arsenal and turned
Yeah.
into a superstar.
Yeah.
Okay, Saka, Namuri, and now Lewis Skelly.
Yeah.
You know, put Kai Havertz in left back for a couple of weeks, see what happens. Right?
Even Calafiori's banging them in. Like he had an offside goal in the Champions League, but it was some finish again. You're going, Jesus, but he can finish like. But no, it was unreal. That is the first time I can't think of a better example. That is the first time I've ever watched Arsenal be proper ruthless. That was ruthless. Like putting someone to the sword, like because like you might have like beat teams back in the day. Do you know when you didn't beat any of the big top? There's like a few years there before Arteta came in where like the record against top six was just embarrassing. But this was like, and normally you're like, right, this is their chance to put the foot in the throat here and really put someone down when they're down. And that was the first time we've ever done it. Like, I was like, that's class.
They've had the chance to do it to United so many years and they never do it.
Yeah, so annoying. Yeah.
I love the hammer United just once.
Because even Arsenal, at 4, I said to Arsenal, I was like, I want 5. I want one more. Just to really put it down them. Like,
do you want to know something? There's very few players when they get the ball. You sort of know what's going to happen. Like Mo Salah is one of them players that he gets the ball and sort of just like, well, that's going to be a goal, and you just sort of sit back in the chair and go, it's going to be a goal. If you watch back to number 4 Wanyeri's goal, he is going mental for the ball, right? And he drops his hands almost in like fucking pass me the ball, and then they go up again and see when the ball is pinged over him. I went, this is 5. I go, he is put this top bins here. And
the pass was absolutely scandalous too. The race pass across him, you're going. I just went that. As soon as Fleur goes, that deserves a goal. As soon as he cut in, fires in, you're going. And then part of me goes as well. I was like, I really hope that didn't deflect. I hope that's just a pure cutting and finish bang. Because the keeper looked like he didn't see it or something happened. But yeah, just set it outside the post, brought it in lovely.
Let me tell you something, right now. Do you know who I think has been the best player in the Premier League this season?
Who?
Thomas Partey.
Well, when he doesn't play right back, yes.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. It's probably his best.
He's going to walk for free in 6 months.
But I will say this: there's still a bit of controversy about him. So if he goes for free, I
think the club's looking at that sort of thing, being like, we'll see how that plays out before we decide to do anything else. But he has been unreal in that cinema. Declan Rice was insane today.
Yes,
like the press he had on was class. Let's talk about Havertz for a quick second, right? I know he's your favourite, but when he went through that first chance to go 1-0, not one person in the Emirates was like, shoot. Everyone was like, please pass it. Because it looked like he was going to explode. He didn't want that ball at his feet at all. And then what happens is the second chance comes to him and he had no option to score it. And he's like, you just knew it was never going in. You knew it was never going in.
As a former striker myself, right? I can relate to Kai Havertz, right? When there's a bit of a goal, right? It like obviously completely different levels here, right? Mm-hmm. But when you have missed a couple of easy chances, it does get to you. Like it does get to you, right? Now the difference is he has 80,000 people screaming at him, right?
Yeah.
I have no one.
Yep.
Nobody. Don't even have that. Nobody. Apart from my own teammates straight at me, right? But it does get to you, and it's kind of like I was like, just let him have a tap in. Just let him somebody score the ball, let him just tap it in from 3 yards. Now Havertz, I'm so conflicted. I like him. I do like Havertz, but as a squad player, I think he'd be an excellent squad player. And there is a goal in him, but I just think go out tomorrow, sign a fucking striker.
Well, this is the thing. Is there ever been a more Havertz performance as today? You know, he gets involved, he sticks himself about, he misses a sitter, he gets an assist, and then at the end of the game, when everything's going for you and the momentum's building, he cuts inside lovely, tucks it away, and you're going, where the fuck has that been for the
Exactly.
last 6 months? I was actually, like, I was delighted for him, but also fuming. I was like, lad, what are you at? Like,
I know.
You missed basically like a penalty from play is what it was, like earlier in the game, and then you just had even when he ran to the outside, I was like, oh, he's hiding. He doesn't want the ball here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
But and you know the bit, and only it's 3-1. He probably doesn't shoot.
Probably not.
But he probably went off a miss here, so it's no big deal. But great to beat Man City. Great to humble Erling Haaland once again. And I gotta say this, right? Fucking bit of a grape here, right?
Yeah.
You know what fucking annoys me?
Go on.
Right? Arsenal just beat the Premier League champions 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Let us enjoy it.
Oh, it'll be out tomorrow. Why are they playing songs after the game? And
not one of us think. No, but I'm on about social media, and even like some of my mates put in the group chats on, well done on Arsenal winning the Premier League. And I went, Isaac, when is beating one of your biggest rivals, can you not celebrate it? It's not like we've beaten Ipswich 3-0 and we're going, oh fuck, we've just beaten Man City, a team who destroyed us for season after season after.
Yeah.
6
we went 6 years without beating them, getting a single point off them.
Even maybe even scoring. You know what I mean? It was like horrible. It was like you look at the Etihad game. The referee robbed us again, as per usual. A bit of rivalry, a wee bit of bite about the game.
Yeah, it's good.
Let us enjoy it. Same way if United were playing Liverpool tomorrow and United beat Liverpool 7-0, I don't think United have won the league, or think everyone's think that. You've beaten your biggest rival. Fucking enjoy it. Everybody fuck up and let us enjoy it.
Let us cook for a minute here. Like, let's just let us have it, because the reality is, as soon as we stop thinking about this game and realize our next game we're already 2-0 down against Newcastle, different vibe. Right. Let us have this, all right? We'll enjoy this for tonight. After this, I'm getting Arsenal Fan TV on. I'm watching all of them. I'm watching Troops. I'm watching Lee Judges. I'm watching Big Robbie. I'm watching all of them, and I'm gonna enjoy it. But yeah, great result for Arsenal. Do you think we or anyone's going to do any business tomorrow in this transfer deadline? Because it's been so quiet, and a load of people have been saying Premier League teams have kind of waited for the Saudi window to close, because it's closed now. It closed in January.
Yes, I think that Aston Villa hold the key to it all.
They do. If they get in who they want, I think they'll get rid of Watkins.
But the reason, so here's the thing: Ollie Watkins isn't leaving Aston Villa, not a chance, right?
Okay.
And the thing is, because he's going to be going to, he's injured. He got injured.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that. I thought he was still in. Oh, right, okay. So he's not leaving at all. But so then, who do you think Arsenal go for? Is there anyone we can go for?
Probably. I don't know. Do you know who had Chris Wood, Nottingham Forest? Get him.
Are you mental?
Here, 17 goals this season.
Yeah, but you're not going to sign him in. I think Arsenal fans would combust if Chris Wood was a signing. Like, he's going to cost you. They'd probably take 60 million for him.
But the thing is, to sign Ollie Watkins now, here, I would love Ollie Watkins. Like, that's who I wanted.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like they need to sign somebody. They have to sign somebody, because
if they don't, they're actually screwed. Like, it's not even like there's no options. There's too many players out. I was watching Sky Sports today, and Thierry Henry was on the panel, right? And I was genuinely looking at him being like, he looks the same age, and if not fitter, than what he did when he played. Get him back in. Bring Henry back 3.0. Little man dream here.
I've probably talked about this before, but that's probably my favorite moment ever, because I love Thierry Henry. I absolutely adore Thierry Henry. This comeback against Leeds, I was in the auction rooms in the Moy watching it. There was about 6 people in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember coming back, and I was emotional. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was, when he walked back out on the field, there was tears, and I was welling up. And next thing he scores, and you know me, Sean, I'm not the most athletic guy.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled off, like, you swore I was in like gymnastics. I done somersaults. I was tumbling over. I went ballistic, and then the big hug with Arsene Wenger. And all, I was a grown man doing cartwheels, somersaults in a bar, crying my eyes out, and that is why sport is the best thing ever. But I think Henry would still do. He could still do a job. Like
he definitely could. This transfer, I just can't fathom the idea of this time tomorrow Arsenal haven't signed someone. Like I just can't get my head around it, but I don't know who. Like there's nothing that really makes sense unless they absolutely blow the bank out on someone. Like they're not going to sign. I think the problem is they want Isaac, and I do think they're going to put serious to win in the summer. I think they're going to put big money in. But until then, I'm like, you have the chance. Like look at the Champions League format this season. We actually have a very good chance of getting ourselves to a semi-final final here in that competition if you have a striker.
I'm still. To me, the league's done. So I don't even think about the league. Like even after the Arsenal's result today, Liverpool are just too good.
What if Everton beat Liverpool next week and stayed at 6 points? 6 points like that, and we still have to play them. Are you joking?
At Anfield, but we have some really tough games coming up. If it gets down to 3 points, then I'll go. Yeah, we're back in it.
I genuinely do think we're a better team than Liverpool. I think we play better football, but we just have so many. We just don't put the ball in the back of the net. Even in games we haven't won, we still create chances. Like it's so frustrating.
The difference between Arsenal and it's been like that for the past 2-3 seasons is that they have a player who scored 20 plus goals. City had that with Erling Haaland. We don't have that.
We don't have that. And now Saka's going to. Wanyeri's going to have to be thrown into this team now at this rate. Like, really, like he's done that thing. Do you remember Martinelli when he broke into the Arsenal team? He played the Europa League games and stuff like that. And he scored like 2. He scored a hat-trick maybe in one of his debuts. And everyone's going, what? Who's he?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, and eventually you just have to bite the ball and go, it doesn't matter what age you are. You're well put together, lad. You're fine. Go for it.
Yeah, I think today he went with Trossard and Martinelli because they probably know the system better.
Yeah,
they probably know like defensively, but I definitely think that like Wanyeri will have a big say in a lot of Arsenal games this year. Even when Saka comes back, it's like it'll be interesting to because you can actually take Saka off. Like you can take Saka off now.
Yeah, I don't think Saka will be back this season.
I think he will, but I don't want to rush him back. It's like we've played this long without him. Just bring him back.
So we're both expecting a signing tomorrow. We don't know who, and if there's not, tune in next week for absolute pandemonium or something because we're these two very angry Arsenal fans here.
Who knows? If we're both at nothing tomorrow night, we can nearly do a transfer deadline.
Get the yellow ties on. We'll both get the yellow on. Sit there.
Big purple dildos.
Yeah. I miss those days. I hate how to do transfer deadline day now, but that's a different chat. We'll chat about with 2 more topics left on sports here. We'll do the Six Nations now, or sorry, as it's now officially called, the M6N, which stands for the Men's Six Nations, because we all needed clarity on what the fuck it
was. Yes.
Worst rebrand in history. Was France come out looking class. Dupont genuinely might be the greatest rugby player of all time. French scrum half. He is unbelievable.
So I am doing my best to sort of try and stay, because people know me. I'm not a big rugby guy, but I'm trying to sort of stay. I'm trying to get into it. I was watching the Ireland-England game, but yeah, your guy from France just looked unbelievable. And then from watching the highlights, the commentators just talking about him, or just waxing lyrical about him.
Yeah. There was actually a game Ulster played against his club team a couple of years ago in like the Champions League equivalent. And it was like home and away setup. And at Ulster, I'm not even joking, Tal, you need to watch this game. He basically runs the length of the pitch, and another try, he runs past like 10 boys to score these tries. And it was like genuinely like watching Messi go against United in the Champions League. It was players could do this. It was insane. But the reason I'm not a massive rugby guy, but the only thing is it's the only thing we're good at. It's the only thing we're actually decent at. So I'm like, you have to support it. I think that's why everyone goes out to the pubs and gets into it, because you actually have a bit of hope. Yeah. I don't care what sport it is. If you beat England in anything, it's a sweet feeling. Like
it's great.
But England fancied that yesterday. They really thought they were going to turn it over. Like
the first half was ropey. Like
Was
England
rugby
sort of
from
came
Ireland.
out, but England are no one sort of die off in the second half, and then Ireland
Yeah.
just. But I was sort of half watching another match at the same time. I don't really want to mention it. And Ireland, you know,
Yeah, fair enough.
them are friendly, not National League games. Nobody even watches them. Who even cares?
No one cares. Like one
Nah,
stage,
no one
we
cares.
scored like 116 to like 4 points. It was fucking insane that Tyrone Armagh game.
I was watching it. And I was like, because I remember watching it. I was like, that's only National League, and then I was like, lads, come on now, we're getting embarrassed here. And Ethan Rafferty, shout out Ethan Rafferty, put on a clinic.
Yeah, he did.
The all-star goalkeeper sitting on the bench, like.
Yeah, I know. Ethan Rafferty's a joke though. Like the 2 pointers he hits is absolute madness. Like I love to see it. Down got their first one as well, Division 2.
Yes,
we're back. We beat Cork by a point in Park yesterday, so we are back. We are so back. We might win the championship this season.
Yes, but back to the rugby. I fancy Ireland to go the whole way. One of the guys I do the play with, he's huge rugby fan, big rugby family, and he's actually going to the game next weekend.
This is the reason Ireland are big favourites this year is because the big games are all at home. They play France at home, they play England at home, and they play maybe they play Wales at home. I can't remember. They play someone else at home anyway. But this is the year it favours us because the other way it falls is Ireland play England and France away in the same year, and that's tough. Like so, the fact of all the home games in their favour, but France looks that France Ireland game could be one of the greatest games of rugby ever when it comes around. Like,
I take it France are their closest, or like they're the top two, are Ireland and France.
Yeah. They'd be the two top. England, in fairness as well, like will do good in this, and England could nick points off France or something like that. But I don't know. It was really good to see. They had the new guy Pendergast starting at 10. Ropey enough on the kicks, played all right, and then Crowley came on and tidied a few bits up, which was good to see. But I think the future for Ireland is Pendergast in that 10 position. Like he's just so young though. Like he looks young.
Yeah. But it's a mad sport because when you see the difference between like soccer and then rugby, you go, they're men, like they are men. Like.
I met Bundyaki once in Galway, right?
Yes,
and we were just walking down the middle of Galway, and Bundyaki walks past. And I didn't like get saying hello to him, but I was like literally like shoulder to shoulder with him, like and the TV does him some justice. He is a leathery looking man. Like he sings some shit. Like you can just tell by looking at him, he's been through the wars. And then I remember Ashton going, "Are you sure it was Bundyaki?" And like, who the fuck else could that have been? He stands out in Ireland more than anybody else possibly could. Like, but his try yesterday, it actually gives Joanna Lumley vibes. He just mowed through boys. Like that poor scrum half for England was just like, oh no, like why? How have I got stuck out here 1-on-1? This is a disaster. Like, and that's like the reason whenever I used to play rugby, I played it for like a winter, and that's not me. A big prop fucking ran at me, and I was like, even half the size I was now, flapped me. I was like, I'm never coming back. What's the point?
Rugby's rough. Like I played it for the TAC whenever I was in TAC, and hadn't played rugby before, but it was just like, says you know what? Back then I was a lot slimmer. I was a lot more athletic than I am now, and I was like, so. But I still had a bit of weight, but not like massive amounts. So it was really strange because I was the guy. So I'd have been running behind you, and as soon as you get tackled, I'd have been the first guy over.
Oh yeah, you'd have been in the ruck. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then for scrums, I was in the front row for like scrums and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was also the kicker.
That is hilarious. Oh, I would pay to see that. That is such a novelty. Imagine being front row and kicking.
And I was, drop goals, Sean. You're talking to a man who has a 25% record.
That's unreal.
But yeah, so I was but I remember we played a team up around like Balnahinch, and they're like that's proper rugby.
Like,
so our team was like 99% GA lads, like and maybe two, 3 lads who actually played rugby. But whatever happened, the 3 lads who actually played rugby, they must have had a game for their like local team or something, so they weren't playing that day. So it's just a bunch of like gal lads. Yeah. And what do you do? What do you do when you go play a team in a Protestant area? What does all the gal lads do? Where are the gal?
Oh no!
And I know when you're young and you're stupid, you don't understand.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Now there wasn't not everybody, did, but a few hardliners did. Just didn't set the tone right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
from the first whistle, they beat us and the beat us
Yeah.
Like I remember, so I, as I say, I was in the ruck, so a wee fast speedy boy got tackled and he popped the ball up to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck do I do with this? I was like, because I wasn't used to running with the ball. So I was like, I'm just going to run straight. So I ran straight, got through one tackle. And I was like, I'm definitely Brian O'Driscoll here.
Yeah.
I sort of made my way through a second tackle. And then this wee boy, who was like half my size, just lifted me up and like dunked me on the ground. But whatever way he landed on me, he like took the wind out of me, and I swear to God, I was like, I'm never playing this sport again. It's too rough.
What's so annoying about rugby is them boys know how to hurt you though. Like that lad knew if he left the shoulder like right in your stomach, he's gonna like take the gas out of you. Like see rugby at the high level, it's so respectful. See the lower level, scumbags, absolute scumbags.
Whenever we would meet for the scrums, like the way you have to try and like win the ball with your feet, they were swinging kicks at us like.
Yeah,
but it's because we didn't know
rugby is different level. Like.
We didn't know these dark arts, and then we were getting boys sent off left, right, and center because they were just winding us up, and then like we get tanked. Like I mean, like the ref blew it up about 20 minutes to go. Like we were getting.
I knew a boy that told me he played in the front row and he had a mustache and he wouldn't brush his teeth on the game days, and he'd put egg in his mustache. So whenever they'd go to head to head, he'd blow all his fucking stinking breath and all the fucking rotten egg. And I was like, that's just ramp right there. That was absolutely stinking. Rugby boys are different. Different
animals.
They can never be as cool as us gal boys. Like never could be. But the UFC was on as well. Did you watch it? I didn't get watching, so I'm relying on you for this segment.
So Michael Venom Page, who's such a good character to watch and a really good fighter, he fought. I can never say this guy's name. But this guy looks insane. Like he looks like a villain out of like 007.
Right? Oh, that's the boy with the red hair and the eyes.
Yes.
He's got like a glass looking eye.
Took him to school. Venom Page took him to school.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I thought that boy was like a fucking like assassin.
And what I loved about it was so your boy's nickname's the Pirate.
Right.
The interview after, like Michael Venom, do you have anything to say? Look at me. I am the captain.
Oh, yes.
They're like, this guy has it. He's got it. Then your guy Imanov and Adesanya fought. Now I like Adesanya and because he's a striker.
Yeah.
I'm not a UFC purist where people love the grappling and they love the complexities of it, all that.
Yeah.
I just like two boys just punch and kick ahead of each other.
Yep.
And Adesanya was doing really well, and then your guy just punch from the gods. Just Adesanya hadn't a clue where he was.
Seen it. Because people complaining about the stoppage. Was the stoppage very close to the bell? Could the referee saved them a wee bit?
To me, that's a fine line, and it's one of those ones where like the damage you can do to somebody in a split second.
Yeah, you don't want to let anyone take any more punishment than they did. Like he did. I seen the highlight. He wasn't out cold, obviously, but he didn't know where he was.
Oh yeah, like he couldn't stand up. He was on his knee. He could put to the ground.
Really? Yeah.
He got dropped, and he's up against. Like if the cage wasn't there, Adesanya's on his hole. Like.
Yeah. Do you think them boys will do a rematch, or is that done?
Imanov is going to go for the title now.
Was he? Yeah. Fuck.
Oh yeah, he'll have to go for the title now.
Sad to see for Adesanya though, because I hate that about UFC sometimes. There's very few boys that fall off and come back after a loss. It's such a ruthless sport, like.
But he has been about a long time. He's a double champion. Like he'll go down as one of the best. Not one of the greats, but as one of the best. Really interesting to watch. He's still a star power.
Yeah, people want to go see him. I think he's an interesting guy because he actually said how he didn't like having the belts and that pressure for a certain part because he's just like I just want to fight guys. I don't want it to always be this massive big show. Like I just want to get in there and do my thing. Which, in fairness, this is what this was meant to be, but it didn't work out for him. But it'll be interesting to see what he does next. Then I'd like to see him fight again.
Yeah, he doesn't really have many people to fight because he's a tough situation now because he'll have to fight somebody who's also a veteran because Adesanya's at a level where if you're not going to go for the title, it's too risky of a fight.
Yeah, true.
You beat you back down, and if you're already at that level, you don't want to waste. You don't want to waste a fight. You want to get a shot at the actual title. So, but I think he'll definitely fight again. But who? That is the big question.
Yeah.
And just going to say, I don't know if you watched it. Boxing was back on the BBC. Did you watch that?
Actually, didn't get watching it. No.
Shout out Tommy McCarthy. He's got some mention in this episode. He was commentating, him and Anto Kakachi.
Oh, class.
Did you see Kakachi's announcement?
No.
So he's vacated his belt.
Ooh.
So he's not going to defend it. So he hasn't said who he's fighting, but the possibilities, if it's Vasily Lomachenko, I don't care, Sean, what we have. I don't care whether I have to turn you into a dart store that you can blag yourself 2 tickets. I'm not missing that fight.
It won't be here, will it?
It would be.
If he had a belt, I could see him demanding a fight here, but he's obviously going to go fight for a belt somewhere else.
I don't know. I just
going into the Lions saying, God, you mad bastard. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Like,
it's mental.
Go get your money, son. Go get that money.
You know something? And people are online. We're like, I'm like, I'm not a boxer, right? At all. And I've nothing. Anybody that does any sort of combat sports, I have the utmost respect. Whether you're the world champion or whether you're the lowest ranked fighter, because you have more fucking balls than 99% of people on this planet.
Yeah.
They're all wired differently. Why would you not go for the fight that's going to get you the most money?
Exactly, yeah.
And enjoy the rest of your life. And just the thing about it is, and he said he's a world champion. Nobody can ever take that away from him. At one point in his life, he was the best fighter in his weight category, and what a fucking unbelievable.
That is, I can't wait to see that announcement. That's going to be unreal. Was there any like highlight fights, any like big knockouts trying to get on the BBC card?
So there was actually 2 guys. One, there's a guy from Armagh, James Freeman, fought really, he won his fight really well. And there's a young lad from Cookstown called Theo Allen.
Okay.
Who won really convincingly. So he was like the main fight. And the reason he's the main fight is the amount of tickets he sells is unbelievable. That's how he's getting onto these big cards.
No way.
Because he's selling tickets, so he's 3-0. So he 2 guys to keep an eye out for. James Freeman.
Good. It's good to see it back on BBC too. Like, good to see like actually on like normal TV for people to watch and like actually build these names up a wee bit more.
So it's on the iPlayer. So if you want to,
check it out, we'll go watch that then.
And just can't wait to see Kakachi. Like, just cannot wait to see what he does. Like,
that's gonna be that'll probably get announced within the next week or 2 if he's made that announcement now. This past few years, I've really got into boxing, like really got into it, and because I was always like a massive Charles Frampton fan, always huge Frampton fan, but I'm sort of a bit annoyed at myself. I'd have loved to have like watched the likes of Sean McComb, Tommy when they were flying,
their first couple of fights, and sort of follow the careers, like which I'm trying to do with your boy Theo Allen, just to see how it goes. Like, but
I would sort of say it's a similar thing with Lewis Crocker. Like, he's very early, like he's risen very quickly. But I've watched 2 of his fights now.
So excited for that fight. I'm so excited.
That's in a month's time. So that's our next big night out. But we need to wrap this episode up here. So have you any closing comments? The only thing I have on this week is Belfast Comedy Club is back, baby. Open Mic Madness returns this Tuesday. Tickets from only £5. That's £5. So we're excited for that. And then I need to go pick up my new sign tomorrow as well. The Belfast Comedy Club sign. So getting all that sorted, and we're back with a bang this week. So that's all for me.
Couple of things. First of all, the absolute size of balls and Miles Lewis Skelly to do Erling Haaland celebration.
Oh, unreal.
Hang it in the nerve. PB's Comedy Club this Saturday night of Mickey Bartlett headlining. We also have Sean McAlevey opening. It's going to be a great night. Benny Martin's also going to be there. I'm MCing, so it'll be interesting to see how Sean rates me as an MC. I'm actually real nervous.
For me?
Sean's going to be there. No, for me.
Why?
Because I'm MCing, and I'm going to ask for your honest opinion. I know you'll give it to me. So I'm nervous because I've never MC'd with you there. Oh, I have once before.
I find my MC style is very different though. Like I very much host things. Do you know what I mean? But
yes,
like I bring like a lot of energy to and be like, where I know you're not like that. So
yeah,
I look forward to it because I like whenever you do crowd work and go off script a wee bit. Like, so yeah, this should be good.
Should be good fun. And again, tickets for my solo show, Middle East based, Crack Theatre, 20th of March. Check that out. And apart from that, that's and again, once again, check out our sponsors, rainbowcompetitions.com.
Oh yes, I was going to say as well. It was Rainbow Competitions. Thank you very much for coming on. Normally with these like prize competitions, you see a lot of them sort of advertising. But here's what annoys me about prize competitions, right? And here's why this one's the best out of all of them. You go check out other prize competitions. There's thousands of people in them. Everyone knows about it. We have brought to you Rainbow Competitions. There's guys on there that have won twice already. You have an actual chance of winning these competitions. The tickets are so cheap. You're basically getting in before the gold rush happens.
This is Bitcoin. This is a Bitcoin.
This is exactly it. Like, this is exactly
yes. And just before I go, there's use a discount code. Tell you what, 20 for 20% off. You know what I mean? So better have an extra ticket.
Exactly. That's what you can do with that. If you buy 5 tickets, you just use that extra, what is it, quid to buy more tickets. Just spend whatever budget you're setting yourself. Go try it out and let us know. We want to call out. If anyone wins, we'll be calling them out on the podcast, give them a shout out, stuff like that. So if you want to go do that, please do. Helping supporting the sponsors helps us and helps you win prizes. So go check those guys out. Talal, thanks very much for the episode this week. That was a lot of fun. Up, down, up the 180s, up the darts. We'll see you all next time.
Up Arsenal. See you all later.
Oh, just let me. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my